Ever pondered how coffee, the beverage that wakes us up every morning, came into existence? The story takes us back to the ancient coffee forests on the Ethiopian plateau. This is where the magic began, where the first ever coffee berries were discovered. Now, who do we owe this discovery to? None other than a goat herder named Kaldi. Legend has it that Kaldi noticed his goats becoming unusually energetic after consuming a certain type of berries. Curious and a little intrigued, Kaldi decided to taste the berries himself. Just like his goats, he too felt a surge of energy. News of this magical fruit spread and reached the ears of a wise abbot from a local monastery. He brewed a drink with these berries and found it helped him stay alert during long hours of evening prayers. And thus, the humble coffee bean began its journey from the wild forests of Ethiopia to every corner of the world. From the Ethiopian highlands, coffee found its way to the Arabian Peninsula, marking a pivotal chapter in its history. Here, the magic bean began its journey to global fame. It was these sun-baked lands that first saw the potential for coffee cultivation and trade, setting the stage for a beverage revolution. The fertile soils of the peninsula embraced the coffee plant, and soon enough, coffee spread to Persia, Egypt, Syria and Turkey, traversing borders and bridging cultures. But the journey of coffee was not confined to the plantations and trade routes. It seeped into the very fabric of society, becoming an integral part of the people's daily life. Enter the coffee houses, or kavikane, as they were known locally. These were not just places to enjoy a cup of the invigorating brew. They were vibrant hubs of social activity and information exchange, gathering spots for intellectuals, artists, and the common man alike. Chess was played, music was heard, and stories were told, all over steaming cups of coffee. In these bustling establishments, coffee was more than a mere beverage. It was a shared experience, a spark for conversation, a fuel for creativity. Coffee houses became the beating heart of the community, a testament to the power of a simple bean. Coffee wasn't merely a drink in these regions, it was a social catalyst, a conduit for conversation and ideas. Uncover more hidden chapters of history with us. Subscribe now. Hit that bell icon to journey through the past, one story at a time. The 17th century saw coffee reach Europe, and a few decades later, the American soil. Initially, this exotic beverage stirred up a storm of controversy. Some viewed it as a devilish concoction, while others heralded it as a divine gift. Despite the heated debates and the papal intervention, coffee found its way into the hearts and homes of Europeans. Subsequently, coffee houses began to spring up in major European cities. These establishments were not just places to enjoy a cup of joe. They transformed into social hubs where people from all walks of life gathered, exchanged ideas, and conducted business. Coffee houses played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and intellectual landscape of Europe. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, coffee was introduced to New Amsterdam, known today as New York, in the mid-1600s. However, tea was still the preferred beverage of the colonists. This preference persisted until an iconic event in 1773, the Boston Tea Party. As a political protest against a tea tax, the colonists dumped hundreds of chests of tea into the harbor. This act led to a shift in American drinking preferences from tea to coffee. In the face of opposition and skepticism, coffee stood its ground, becoming an integral part of European and American cultures. With European colonization, coffee began its global journey, reaching the farthest corners of the world. The Dutch, known for their knack for trade and exploration, saw the potential in these little beans. They successfully cultivated coffee in the fertile lands of Java, Sumatra and Celebes, igniting a new chapter in the coffee saga. Meanwhile, the Caribbean, South and Central America were introduced to the energizing brew. The coffee trees that took root in these lands traced their lineage back to Martinique, making the Caribbean island the mother of all coffee trees in the region. In Brazil, the coffee landscape was shaped by an intriguing character, Francisco de Melo Paleta. This savvy Portuguese officer, through a blend of diplomacy and stealth, obtained coffee seeds from French Guiana, paving the way for Brazil's future as a coffee powerhouse. But the global spread of coffee wasn't just the work of colonists and traders. Missionaries, with their zealous drive to spread their faith, also unknowingly became agents of coffee's expansion. As they journeyed to new lands, they carried with them these magical seeds, inadvertently establishing coffee plantations worldwide. The global journey of coffee is a testament to its irresistible allure. From a mysterious berry discovered in the ancient Ethiopian forests to a crop cultivated worldwide, coffee's path is as rich and diverse as the beverage itself. By the end of the 18th century, coffee had transformed from a mysterious Ethiopian berry into one of the world's most profitable export crops, a beloved beverage enjoyed by millions globally.